Good evening. The protest around the Waqf bill has turned into, what do I say, a cesspool of thuggery and threats where cowards masquerading as political leaders are hurling warning of civil war and insurgency, daring to hold our country hostage. Sample the escalation, viewers. What happened in Patna exposes a troubling toolkit pattern where provocation passes off as dissent and silence from key opposition leaders. I'm not taking their names. You know who they are. That silence signals a dangerous complicity. Viewers, Owaisi's MLA Akhtarul Iman issued a chilling warning. He said, if the Waqf law is enacted, mosques will be locked and the nation will face rebellion. This is not protest. It's a declaration of war against the constitution. It's a vile assault on democracy itself. And yet the opposition leaders stood shoulder to shoulder with this venomous rhetoric, their lips sealed, their spines absent. Viewers, their silence is not mere cowardice, it's collusion, a betrayal of every Indian who believes in peace over chaos, law over anarchy. Viewers, protest seeks dialogue. Civil war results in dead bodies. How does a threat this naked, this explicit, pass off as mere rhetoric? It's a loaded gun pressed to the temple of our republic, a dare to dismantle law and order if they don't get to have their final say. Viewers, this has gone beyond blackmail. The Waqf Amendment Bill, at its core, is a reform measure aimed at streamlining the management of the Waqf properties. It is not by any stretch of imagination an assault on religious freedom, as is being claimed peddled by the ecosystem. Yogi Adityanath has been clear in calling out this fear-mongering. He has said that the Waqf law poses no threat to mosques or Muslim rights, but facts, viewers, have been drowned out by a calculated campaign of misinformation. From baseless claims, you would remember during the CAA protests that citizenship would be stripped away, to now stoking fear of locked masjids and civil strife. This is a toolkit of propaganda by opposition. And what's most galling is the opposition's refusal to call out this provocation. Congress and RJD leaders were there. They shared the stage in Patna as Iman, Owaisi's MLA, issued his threats, but they did not flinch. Now, these are the same voices who hold the constitution and chant Jai Samvidhan at every turn. Yet they have failed to uphold its most basic tenets here. Threatening civil war and insurgency is not dissent, viewers. Let's be clear about it. It is threatening anarchy. It's a rejection of the democratic process, a slap in the face to the rule of law. Articles 19 and 21 guarantee free speech and liberty, but they come with limits. Incitement to violence crosses the line into absurd and unconstitutional. Where is the outrage from those who claim to champion justice and equality? The opposition's blind support for this kind of rhetoric, whether out of hate for Modi or due to fear of losing a vote bank, reveals a deeper rot. They've allowed a legitimate debate to be hijacked by extremists peddling anarchy. But the opposition's refusal to condemn open threats raises a more fundamental question. Are they willing to let India burn for their political survival? I just want to ask those who swear by the Constitution or Samvidhan, or they claim to swear by it, they must answer this question. Is this democratic? Is this constitutional? The threat of a civil war is not a cry for justice, viewers. It's a pledge to burn the house down if they don't get their way. Anything less than an outright condemnation will be an abject surrender to this madness.
मोदी इस मुल्क में मुसलमानों को चैन से जीना भी नहीं देना चाहते हैं और कब्रिस्तान में चैन से दफनाया जाए उसके लिए भी हालात वो खराब कर रहे हैं। अगर ये काला कानून बन गया तो न जाने कितनी मस्जिदों में ताले लगेंगे, खानकाहें वीरान होंगी और कब्रिस्तानों में बुल्डोजर चलेंगे। हम इस मुल्क में खाना जंगी नहीं चाहते हैं। ये नंगी तलवार है मुसलमानों के गर्दनों पर, ये नंगी तलवार है देश के संविधान पर, ये नंगी तलवार है हिंदुस्तान के सोशल फैब्रिक हिंदू मुस्लिम सिख ईसाई के इत्तेहाद पर।
ये तानाशाही जिस प्रकार से सरकार चला रही है, देश को तोड़ने का काम कर रही है। लेकिन अफसोस कि कुछ दल ऐसे हैं जो सत्ता के लोभ में इस बिल का समर्थन देने का काम कर रहे हैं। अगर एक होकर के हम लोग लड़े तो इंशाअल्लाह हम लोगों की जीत तय है। आज मुसलमान बहाना है, इसके बाद हो सकता है सिख धर्म में चर्चों पर और धर्मों पर प्रहार किया जाएगा।
You heard the reactions. Let's quickly open this up. Rohan Gupta, national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Ishtaran Bhandari with us. Ratan Shardaji. Advocate Tala Rashidi, spokesperson of the Rashtriya Ulema Council. Tariq Khan, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. Professor Anwar Pasha, national spokesperson of the Rashtriya Janata Dal. And Romesh Sabarwal, leader of the Congress, completes this panel. Tariq Khan, I want to begin by asking you, what is a civil war? I just want you to explain to our viewers, if the parliament passes the Waqf reform bill, how will this lead to civil war?
Means constitution gives them freedom to protest and they are protesting. And what MIM spokesperson has said, you should ask the MIM MLA, I think has said, you should ask the spokesperson of MIM that what he has said. Okay. Now, you said that people have what they are doing, what they are saying is rejection of democracy. Yes, that is right. Violence is rejection of democracy. Now, what happened in Agra to the MP of Samajwadi Party is not violence. This is respect of constitution and democracy. They have respected by attacking a Dalit MP's house, vandalizing it. It's a type of respect they are showing towards democracy. You will not say when in Nagpur a policeman was injured during the violence, that was a terrorist attack on that policeman. Now here also a policeman was attacked and injured. It's not a terrorist attack. It's a simple type of protest. Now,
Mr. Tariq Khan, 1 minute, sir. The reason I didn't answer your question at the outset when you uttered those words is because I did not want you to cry that you don't give me time to speak. Let me tell you, what happened in Agra must be dealt with the strictest of punishment. This is not different from what happened in Nagpur. Agra and Nagpur are the same. I'll tell you what is different. No, 1 minute, sir, 1 minute. You will never condemn, you did not condemn what one of your own, Abu Azmi, said. Will you condemn Azmi? You will not. And you're talking about Dalit rights. Have you forgotten what happened to that YouTuber, Suvuku Shankar Tariq Khan? Have you forgotten? Where was this pro-Dalit ecosystem? You should have sent Akhilesh Yadav to protest there in Chennai. He goes there often to meet Mr. Stalin. क्या हुआ? टिकट नहीं मिली, पता नहीं चला, मैं बता रहा हूं आपको, जाना चाहिए था उनको. ताला रशीदी, ये सिविल वॉर जो होगा उसमें आप किसके तरफ से रहेंगे?
आप किसके तरफ से रहेंगे बॉस? यू आर द एंकर, यू शुड लीड इट. आप बताएं आप किसके तरफ से रहेंगे?
मैं भारत के तरफ से रहूंगा सर.
मैं भारतीय नागरिक हूं, मैं देश के संविधान में बिलीव करता हूं. मैं तो कोशिश करूंगा कि ऐसी नौबत
संविधान में आप बिलीव करते हैं? ताला रशीदी, एक बार फिर से सोच के बोलिए, डू यू रियली बिलीव इन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन?
से पहले आपको शर्म आना चाहिए कि नेशनल टीवी पे बैठ के आप
सब शर्म मुझे ही आ जाएगी सर. आप लोग भी थोड़ी शर्म कर लीजिए. धमकी आप दे रहे, सिविल वॉर आप बोल रहे हैं, लेकिन शर्म मुझे आनी चाहिए. चलिए, मुझे शर्म आ रही है कि उसके बाद भी मैं आपसे यहां पे सवाल जवाब कर रहा हूं. आप सिविल वॉर पूछ रहे हैं, मैं सिविलाइज तरीके से आपसे सवाल पूछ रहा हूं, लेकिन शर्म मुझे आनी चाहिए. कमाल हो गया ये. ताला रशीदी जी, और ये कौन से कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की कॉपी है आपके पास, और कौन से पेज में लिखा हुआ है सिविल वॉर, ये भी पढ़िए।
Sitting on the prime time is provoking civil war in the country and asking people.
I am
on the
stoking
panel for
civil
which
war.
side are they going to be? Wow. I mean, I could have never believed that this would happen on the national TV. On
Sir,
the
you will
prime time
not
debate
believe
that
because you don't
an
believe in
anchor
the constitution.
ask people
If you
sitting on
believed in the
panel that which
constitution,
side of the-
we would not be talking about civil war. Tala Rashidi, don't get rattled. सिविल वॉर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में लिखा हुआ है, नहीं लिखा हुआ है? तो आप कौन सी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पढ़ रहे थे अभी तक?
आप कौन सा, आप नागपुर वाला कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पढ़ रहे थे, उसी को आप यहाँ पढ़ रहे, रीड कर रहे हैं।
कौन सा है? नागपुर
50
वाला
साल
कौन
तक
सा है
जिन्होंने
सर?
झंडा नहीं फहराया अपने
नागपुर
headquarter
वाला
पे,
कौन सा है?
जिन्होंने तिरंगे पे विश्वास नहीं है, जिन्होंने भारत के संविधान पे विश्वास नहीं है, जो 55 साल तक तिरंगा नहीं फहराया, आप उनका कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पढ़ रहे होंगे। हम तो भारत का संविधान जो 1947 में 26 जनवरी पे जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन लागू हुआ, हम उस पर विश्वास करते हैं।
अच्छा,
उस पे
उसमें,
भरोसा रखते
अच्छा
हैं,
ये भी
उसको
बता
देखते हैं,
दीजिए,
आगे बढ़ रहे हैं।
उसमें कहां लिखा हुआ है सिविल वॉर?
बताइए किस संविधान की बात
ताला
कर रहे हैं? आपका
रशीदी,
दो संविधान।
अगर आपने सही कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पढ़ा है तो सिविल वॉर कहां लिखा बता दीजिए ना। Why are you avoiding the question? Answer my question. Where does the constitution talk about civil war? Answer a simple question.
Where does the
सिविल वॉर का जिक्र है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में? मेरे हिसाब से तो नहीं है, आप बता दीजिए, शायद मुझसे मिस हुआ होगा। ईस्टरन और रतन शारदा उनको तो याद है, वो बता देंगे। रोहन गुप्ता ने भी पढ़ी है, तारिक भाई ने भी पढ़ी है, उनको भी सिविल वॉर नहीं मिला। ये स्पेशल एडिशन बना होगा, शायद उसमें होगा।
Yeah, as an Indian, I believe in the constitution of the country.
Then
and I
you
would
must
never
condemn. If you
even
really believe
imagine
Tala
or go
Rashidi,
for which-
Tala Rashidi, sir, look, I have respect for you. 1 minute, sir. आप मुझे बोल रहे, मुझे शर्म आनी चाहिए, लेकिन I still have respect for you. If you really believe in constitution, Mr. Rashidi, ताला भाई, चलिए, अब इससे ज्यादा रेस्पेक्ट क्या होगी? ताला भाई, आप कंडेम कीजिए ये जो ओवैसी जी के एमएलए हैं, आप बोलिए कि ये गलत बोल रहे हैं और इनको सजा होनी चाहिए।
भाई जो मुंह से भी बोल रहा है सिविल वॉर की, वो गलत बोला, और जो अपने एक्शन से भी लोगों को नफरत फैलाकर आपस में लोगों में बांटकर, देश और धर्म और जाति के नाम पर बांटकर, संप्रदाय के नाम पर, एनीवन हु इज इन एनी फॉर्म इधर इन स्पीच और थ्रू एक्शन,
सही बात है,
सिविल वॉर लाइक
सही बात है। नरेंद्र मोदी सरकार ने, रोहन गुप्ता, इट्स अ बिग चार्ज ऑन यू बाय अनाउंसिंग सौगाते मोदी। ये जो आप स्पेशल किट्स दे रहे हैं, आप लोगों को बांट रहे हैं, आप उसमें डेंजरस और डिविजिव चीजें, पता नहीं आपने किट में ऐसा क्या क्या दे दिया है।
Pranesh bhai, the basic issue now is for the opposition parties. I think because of their appeasement, these kind of people are not understanding appeasement as their fundamental right. This is the basic difference between BJP and other parties. They get equal right to all the citizens of India, whether it is Hindu, Muslim, irrespective of caste or religion. Everybody is given equal rights, and that's why these people are not able to accept it. And you are absolutely right. The kind of propaganda we see in name of Waqf board, nobody it is said that the masjid will be raised or the mosque will be raised. This is the kind of this is the totally against the appeasement which has been done by opposition parties till now, where the benefits of Waqf property have never reached the common Muslim brothers and sisters. Anybody who reads the draft, they will agree to this fact, whatever I am saying. But because of this bill, their so-called appeasement politics, because of which their political is running, it will get closed. Whether it is OIC or Congress Party or SP, they have been doing appeasement politics since long. Their shop will be closed. Why they are against triple talaq if they are for the minority rights? It is against constitution. Giving right to the Muslim Mahila, is it against the constitution? Any board work amendment bill, it has passed through the proper process of
Let's
parliament.
ask the Congress
JPC was
party,
created.
Mr.
The
Sabharwal.
suggestions have been, how it is anti-constitution?
Mr. Sabharwal,
How it is
do
the
you
constitution
sell
against
civil war in Mohabbat ki dukan?
We believe in Mohabbat ki dukaan, and we believe that whenever there is a change, some amendment in the bill, we should call the stakeholders. We should sit with the stakeholders. Earlier, farmers suffered, GST suffered. Lot of amendments the government does later on. We should talk to the stakeholders first. If we are doing something for the welfare of them, why the government is not talking to them? They should talk to the minority
Mr.
people.
Sabharwal,
They should sit with them.
Mr.
They should
Sabharwal,
discuss
first
with
of
them.
all,
They should sit-
explain to us what is civil war. Is there place for civil war in a democracy?
No, we don't believe in civil war.
If you
The
don't
BJP
believe,
believes in
why were
civil
the
war.
Congress
We believe
leaders
in
there?
Mohammed ki dukaan.
Why did the Congress join this protest called in by the All India Muslim Personal Law Board? There were many other people there. The ruffians were there. People who say this kind of stuff in the name of protest. Why did the Congress not withdraw support? I haven't seen any comment from senior Congress leaders.
They should talk to the stakeholders first. Before bringing any bill, the government must talk to the stakeholders. I don't know why this government is not listening. With the farmers, they have already taken the lesson for the farmers issue.
मिस्टर
ऐसे
सबरवाल,
नहीं करना
मिस्टर
चाहिए, बात
सबरवाल,
करना चाहिए।
एक बात बताइए, जो जेपीसी कंसल्टेशन हुआ था वो क्या था? वो स्टेक होल्डर्स नहीं थे? What were they? Foreign entities who came here?
No, you're twisting. No. You are twisting the facts. No, we
I
are
am
talking
twisting
about
the
this issue
facts.
particularly,
I should be
about the
ashamed.
Waqf board.
सब गलती मेरी है कि मैंने आप लोगों को यहां एक सवाल पूछ लिया। इस तरह ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, this version, have you read that talks of civil war if your demands are not met?
Pranesh, let us not mince words. The constitution does in fact cover civil war, but only in the sense it allows you to punish people asking for civil war by letting them rot in jail. Thus, your right to protest, like Sharjil Imam found out, does not include in blocking chicken's neck and separating Northeast from Bharat. The same way the Jinnah school of thought, which says either I'll have a divided India or I will destroy India, that might have worked under different circumstances in 1947. Today, if anybody threatens the parliament, the will of the people, that if you bring a law, a just law, a much needed law, in fact the law is not strong enough, it should be stronger. I personally believe the Waqf Act is only halfway there. We need to abolish it, set up commissions on all the lands usurped without documentation, lands taken over by the so-called user doctrine, unknown to property law, should be returned. Laws in which you have squatted should be returned. Genuine Muslims who have suffered, because they are also suffering, there are multiple complaints against the Waqf board, they need to be compensated. So we need a massive overhaul. This is merely a step towards it. But the problem is those who have vested interests in destroying the constitution,
right,
those who believe Article 370 will remain in perpetuity, where they will govern Kashmir by their own means, those who believe that uniform civil code should not come in, those who believe that a Shah Bano judgment deserves to be overturned, why should a Muslim woman get compensation? Of course, those who want to use law to acquire property, to squat on property, to become a state within a state, they will threaten civil war, and the constitution provides that all these people who threaten civil war or violence should rot in jail, period.
Professor Anwar Pasha, sir, I'm assuming you must have also read Constitution, sir. Is there a civil war reference?
I think, Pranesh ji, this is the issue of language. You don't know the language, Urdu language, you don't know. What is his statement? Just repeat it. He used the word खाना जंगी की तरफ मुल्क को बीजेपी धकेल रही है. Means the BJP is pushing the country towards a civil war. What is wrong in this statement? By creating trouble in the society, by bringing out such a bill which is going to divide people, and the way media is poisoning the society by saying that all the lands that is grabbed by the Waqf is illegal land. This is not true. The fact is that our country is facing a very difficult situation today. Our democracy and constitution is facing very difficult time, and there is need to be alert and to unite by the all forces who believe in democracy, who believe in constitution. They should all unite to fight against the wrong policies of the government. This is the call. What is wrong in it? Let all the people who believe in democracy get united against the fascism, against the misrule of BJP, against the wrong policies of the government. There is nothing wrong in it. We have to fight. This bill is to snatch away whatever the Muslims have. The government has
I think the kind of mentality the government has developed is that whatever Muslims have, snatch everything, take away everything, make them deprived, make them beggars, and
Professor
give them
Pasha,
Saugate
Professor
Modi
Pasha,
as a
Professor
beggar.
पाशा, आपने मुझे पूछा कि क्या लैंग्वेज है, ये उर्दू है। हम इस मुल्क को खाना जंगी में, ये सिविल वॉर ही है ना। अगर इनको ये मुशायरा करना, इनको जश्न एकता भेजिए। ये क्या कर रहे हैं यहां पे? सिविल वॉर, रतन शारदा, नाउ दे आर फॉल्टिंग द लैंग्वेज दैट यू सी, यू डोंट अंडरस्टैंड द इंट्रिकेसीज ऑफ द उर्दू लैंग्वेज, इसीलिए आप इसको सिविल वॉर कर रहे हैं। सिविल वॉर इज वायलेंट, अगर उसको आप खाना जंगी बोलेंगे तो वो फूल से होगा वो सिविल वॉर।
I can understand the language and complexity. What the person is trying to do is shifting the blame onto the government before they run riot and turn violent on the streets. That is the meaning. Because they're pushing the blame on BJP for correcting a historical wrong, which gives the community overriding rights over every other community, which no other community in India has, a right which is even oversteps the constitutional rights of every citizen. That is their problem. They think they are God's own gift. Now look at the language. This language flows from Sonia Gandhi's language when she said, "Sadkon pe utarna padega." I think somewhere after 2014. Rahul Gandhi some days back said, "We are waging a war against the state." And if you go further, this language is not different from the direct action language of Jinnah, who said, "We will get our partition by any means, and we will go on the streets and turn violent." I will not get into details of thousands of people killed in direct action and after that during partition, but that is the mentality, because they believe their special rights, their rights seized the day they took away 1/3 of the land and created a Islamic republic for themselves. Those who remained behind have to go by the constitution. Where does the constitution give me one clause which says take away their lands, their mosques, their graveyards? I have asked this question in CA also. Show me one clause which said Muslims will lose citizenship. There was no clause. Now I challenge them to show me one clause in Waqf bill which takes away the right from the land they have. You cannot go and put fingers on anybody's land and say it is mine. Then I have to fight the case. I have to go to the tribunal. I have to go to the courts. And who is the first step for this? Their own people who put the claim. Have you seen such an absurd thing anywhere where you are the gawah, you are the judge, you are the mutallabi? What kind of constitution is this?
Tariq Khan,
is this constitutional?
Would you want to answer this direct question? Mr. Sharda is asking which clause threatens to take away rights of a community or their places of worship. ये कौन सा क्लॉज है इसमें बिल में जो आप अगर बता दें तो हम उस पर चर्चा कर सकें। तारिक भाई।
नहीं देखिए, they are protesting on many clauses. Like they are totally transferring the power to district magistrate in the new law and property by user. नहीं बहुत सी प्रॉब्लम्स है। जैसे कहा गया आपने कि तमाम जगहों के कागज नहीं है क्योंकि कभी कोई 500 साल पुरानी है, 1000 साल पुरानी है, तो वक्फ बाय यूजर जो था उसका भी प्रोविजन खत्म किया जा रहा है। ऐसे इसमें कई प्रोविजन है जिसके लिए लोग प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं। आपने उनको, यू आर नॉट एबल टू टेक देम कॉन्फिडेंस इन कॉन्फिडेंस। उसमें आपने फार्मर्स को कॉन्फिडेंस में नहीं ला पाए जब आप फॉर्म ला लाए थे। ऐसे ही आप जब अभी मुसलमानों को, जो उनकी तंजीमें हैं, उनको कॉन्फिडेंस में नहीं ला पाई। जिम्मेदारी सरकार की थी। किसी भी तरीके का सिविल वॉर को समाजवादी पार्टी समर्थन नहीं करती है। मगर 10 सेकंड और दीजिए। मगर क्या बजरंग दल को, वीएचपी को और करनी सेना को प्रोटेस्ट करने का अधिकार है? आर्टिकल 19(1) भी अधिकार देता है, लेकिन मुसलमानों को नहीं देता वक्फ बिल का विरोध करना, और इनको देता है कि एक दलित सांसद का घर तोड़ दे, अधिकार देता है। ये कौन सा संविधान? दो तरीके के संविधान।
मैं बताता हूं कौन सा संविधान। मैं बता रहा हूं सर, अब जवाब तो सुनिए। ये वही संविधान है जो शायद आपके जो बड़े नेता हैं उन्होंने पढ़ा होगा, क्योंकि वो जब एक यूट्यूबर पे हमला हो जाता है, उस दलित के घर गए नहीं, उनकी बूढ़ी मां के साथ बदतमीजी होती है, वो वहां गए नहीं, कुछ बोला भी नहीं। और आप किसान प्रोटेस्ट की बात कर रहे हैं। तारिक भाई भूल गए किस तरह से यहां पे प्रोटेस्ट किया था इन्होंने। 1.5 साल रोड बंद कर दिया था दिल्ली में, और आपने आम आदमी पार्टी को सपोर्ट किया था दिल्ली में। इसी आम आदमी पार्टी के सरकार ने पंजाब में डंडे मार के उठा दिए उनको, जिन्होंने रोड ब्लॉक किए थे। गए अखिलेश यादव वहां प्रोटेस्ट करने? नहीं गए, क्योंकि दिस सूट्स योर नैरेटिव। देयर इज ओनली वन वे ऑफ सीइंग दिस। Now let me bring in Mr. Sabharwal. Mr. Sabharwal, have you read the Waqf bill, sir? I am sure you have. उसमें कोई ऐसा clause है that talks about taking away, rights of the Muslim community?
Sir, I have not gone through the bill,
Okay.
very frankly with you, because
I'm
feel
glad you
that
are at least honest.
the bill
But
has
sir,
a-
tell
bill
me,
has-
you have not gone through the bill. But what stops Rahul Gandhi to go to a protest site like this and say that we are against any kind of violence? You can't say things like this, civil war and insurgency. ये क्या चल रहा है सर? वो उर्दू की ये पोइट्री है कोई जिसमें वो बोल रहे हैं, देखिए क्या कहा इन्होंने, क्या कर देंगे हम इस मुल्क में खाना जंगी नहीं चाहते हैं. इसका क्या मतलब है? खाना जंगी सिविल वॉर.
सर अब मोहब्बत की दुकान है सर.
ये
हमने तो
कौन
proof
सा-
कर दिया पूरे भारत में घूमकर.
आप
पूरे भारत में
Mr.
हमारे
Sabharwal,
नेता
I
ने
want you
यात्रा
to
करके
take a
दिखा
position. Will you condemn this? If you do, why were the Congress leaders there? Simple question है, इसका जवाब दीजिए. आप बोल दीजिए कि कांग्रेस पार्टी से गलती हो गई कि हमने बिना सोचे समझे सुने जाने वहां पे अपना समर्थन दे दिया. बस इतना ही बोलना है आपको.
Sir, my party stand is मोहब्बत की दुकान, and we believe in that.
तब से
कि
वही
कभी
बोल
भी
रहे हैं,
कोई bill
मोहब्बत की
आता है,
दुकान, उससे आगे तो
बातचीत
बढ़िए.
करनी चाहिए ना. अगर माइनॉरिटी से क्यों बढ़े सर? वही तो है सारा जीवन का सारी मोहब्बत की दुकान है. कितनी छोटी लाइफ है हमारी. 70 साल भगवान ने जिंदगी दी है हमको, एंड वी आर फाइटिंग. व्हाट फॉर वी आर फाइटिंग? माँ बाप चुन के नहीं मिलते, धर्म चुन के नहीं मिलते. दिस इज कांग्रेस आइडियोलॉजी. वी आर ऑल वन.
यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट फाइटिंग. सिविल वॉर में क्या होता है सर? सिविल वॉर में क्या होता है? एक साइड पोइट्री सुनाता है, दूसरा साइड उसको तारीफ करता है. सिविल वॉर क्या है बता दीजिए ना. व्हाट इज सिविल वॉर? व्हाई आर यू वेस्टिंग टाइम? सिविल वॉर इज फाइट, इट इज ब्लडशेड. उसको आप कंडेम नहीं कर रहे, बार बार बोल रहे मोहब्बत की दुकान. इस तरह व्हाई कांट लीडर्स लाइक राहुल गांधी टेक अ पोजीशन?
But they have taken a position. They have taken a position that they do not want these laws to be passed, and they have taken a position to have their spokespeople defending it. They have taken a position to allow their party men to go on various protest sites. So their position is clear. You may not like that position. Their position was to strengthen Waqf Act, to keep giving it amendment power, to make the state obey the orders of the Waqf board, to have Waqf by user. So I think their position is absolutely clear, and the problem arises where, I'll give you one small example. You are sitting in a studio. If tomorrow the government of India wants to come and say this studio belongs to government of India, they cannot do it without documentation. Kaagaz dikhane padenge. But in this nation we have had protests which says कागज नहीं दिखाएंगे. So the rule of law is between two people. One, those who believe that law has to operate as per documents, as per proof. The others who believe that
Right.
because we have a certain vote bank, we will keep making laws in which you will not be allowed to
I
show
want to
documents.
ask Professor
And this
Pasha,
debate needs to
Professor
be-
Pasha, Ratan Sharda and Ishtaran, they're talking about, clause by clause discussion. Can you, sir, for benefit of our viewers, tell us about one clause which is a threat to the place of worship?
Pranesh ji, I have gone through the bill. I've read the bill. The first point, the final authority will be DM. The DM will decide whether this land belongs to Waqf or not. Who is DM? DM is the functionary of the central government, and whatever the command will be given to the DM from the high command in
Professor
Delhi,
Saab,
they
sir,
will follow it. And
the
they will
little
declare
that I
this is
know,
not.
DM has judicial power, sir. By this logic, let's, shut down all DM offices. वहां पे एक वक्फ का ब्रांच खोल देना चाहिए. Now, by this logic, if you will extend this, आप बोलेंगे फिर SDO भी हटा दीजिए. उसको भी, उनको भी judicial powers है. Sir, where will you draw the line? Now, to secure some votes and votes to placate the waqf and a community, why are you doing this disservice, sir?
Federal structure of this country as well.
So,
Waqf boards are under the state governments. You are disturbing the federal structure of the country.
what
You are
has
taking
waqf
away the
board
rights
got
of the
to
state
do with
government
mosque?
to manage-
Answer a direct question. मैंने आपके लिए और सीधा कर दिया. वक्फ बोर्ड और मॉस्क में क्या संबंध है? कोई संबंध है? नहीं है. आपको पता है नहीं है. लेकिन आप बोलेंगे क्योंकि तेजस्वी जी वहां चले गए थे, अब आपको बोलना पड़ेगा। अब मैं इनसे पूछता हूं, ताला रशीदी, ताला भाई, मुझे शर्म आ रही है लेकिन मैं फिर भी पूछूंगा कि आप बताइए कौन सा क्लॉज है जिसमें यह कह रहा है कि मस्जिद बंद कर देंगे।
रमेश भाई, अभी मैं आपको जवाब दूंगा और आपको और शर्म आएगी सुनने के बाद। मैं आपको बता देता हूँ, क्लॉज 3 है जो अभी प्रोफेसर साहब भी एक्सप्लेन करने की कोशिश कर रहे थे, आपने सुना नहीं। क्लॉज 3 में कोई वक्फ की प्रॉपर्टी ऑलरेडी जो प्रोसेस फॉलो करके एज अ वक्फ रजिस्टर्ड है।
पढ़िए ना क्लॉज 3 पढ़िए, क्लॉज 3 पढ़िए ताला भाई, पढ़िए पढ़िए।
बोल लेने दीजिए। आई डोंट हैव द बिल राइट नाउ विद मी सो दैट आई कैन नॉट रीड इट। हो सकता है आप मेरी बात पूरी हो जाने दें, उसके बाद आप ऑब्जेक्शन कीजिएगा। सर बात तो आप सवाल कर रहे हैं, सवाल का जवाब तो सुन लीजिए। मैं कह रहा हूँ डीएम साहब डिसाइड करेंगे, कोई वक्फ की प्रॉपर्टी ऑलरेडी रजिस्टर्ड है, इट इज बीइंग यूज्ड एज वक्फ, but all of a sudden someone goes ahead and challenges that particular property that is being used as a work property since decades and says that it's not a work property, it's a government property or it's something else.
आपको
he goes to the
मैं आपको सर एक सुनिए, आप सुनिए, देखिए मैं आपको बता रहा हूं, ये आप झूठ क्यों बोल रहे हैं, मिसलीड कर रहे हैं, और आप ये मुझे चेक भी कर सकते हैं। ऐसा नहीं है कि एंकर ने बोलने नहीं दिया ये वो, इसके बाद भी हम डिबेट करेंगे। ताला भाई देखिए, अपनी गलती मानने में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। आपने जो वर्जन पढ़ा होगा, जैसे संविधान वाला जो आपने पढ़ा उसमें सिविल वॉर था, ये जो वक्फ बिल पढ़ा आपने, ये पॉइंट 3 गलत है, क्योंकि असली जो वक्फ बिल है उसमें ये साफ है कि कोई रेट्रोस्पेक्टिव एक्शन नहीं होगा, जो नए डिस्प्यूट आएंगे उस पे होगा एडजुडिकेशन। तो आप जो वक्फ, ये जो क्लॉज 3 बोल रहे हैं, ये सरासर गलत है। प्लीज मैं हाथ जोड़ के बोल रहा हूं सर, प्लीज ऐसे मत कीजिए, स्टॉप प्लेइंग विद फायर। वी विल हैव टू मूव ऑन व्यूअर्स, let's save this for some other day. Let's move on.